But before that, guys, today we would like to, especially I would like to discuss about international phonetic symbols. So, if you are curious about what is international phonetic symbol, let's watch this video to the end because there are so many information that maybe you can learn in this video. Let's start it. Okay. The first is we would like to about vowels. There are three sections. The first is vowels, and the second is consonant, and the last is diphthong. So we are gonna explain about them. Let's explain them one by one. Let's start with the vowels. So what is vowels? Vowels mean speech sounds made without blocking the mouth. There are so many vowels that you can learn here because it's a little bit different. So is speech sounds made without blocking the mouth. So this means is a vowel. Let's read this one. The first is E. When there is E with the like this, so we need to read this one longer than others. Yeah, longer. For example, like E, E, and this one the example it's. So we don't say it's, but we say it's. It's like that. And then the second is E with the is not longer but shorter. So we don't say is it's, but the second is it's. It's like that. So the pronunciation is it's. But this one is eat. When we want to say something that we eat, something that we consume, so it means eat. So we would like to read longer. The second is the third is oo, but in English we say that with smiling, like ooh. So for example, like foot, foot. It's not foot, but this is foot. So the last is the fourth is ooh with the longer. So we say is sometimes we look for some food. So this means like here food, but with the longer is not foot, but food. Food. Remember at the end of food is the D. So we say is food. Food. Like that, yeah? Okay. So the next is for example is this one is A. Let me fix it. A. It's not but A. A, but it's time when we want to say but it's not longer, right? A is usual. So for example like pen. Pen, pen like that, and the next is for example, like over. In American accent we say over, but in British accent we say is over, like that, yeah, over. But in American we read the R like over. In British over. Okay, next is but this is longer than this one. Is like bird, bird. In American accent, we read the R like bird. It's clear, but in British is bird, bird. It's not really clear. And the next is O. This one is O, but we say that in longer, like O, like shorts, shorts, longer. Okay, the next is this one is A. What about this is A, but this one is longer than this one, and we need to open our mouths fully, like A. We're going to say is cats, like cats. It's not cats, but cats with the open the mouth fully, cats like that. So the next is A. Is the same with the A in bahasa. So we say it's fun. It's not longer, it's short reading. So the next is this is A, but we say this longer than this one. Is we say this car, like that. So we say it's car, in like A and in the car, like that, yeah. Okay, this one is I can say is A, but it's kinda combining with A and O, like O, like we would like to move to consonant. Like eat, eat, food, foot, food, pen, over, bird, sword, cat, fun, car, box. Okay, the second is we move to the next section is we would like to discuss about consonant. So what is consonant? Consonant is speech sound made by blocking airflow that represents such a sound. Okay. So this is kinds of consonant. The first is P. P with the airflow. P. P is not P but P. This airflow that coming out our mouth. Like poor, poor, poor. In British you say poor, poor, poor. But in American it's poor, poor. Next is this one. B. B. With the airflow. B. B. Like beer, bear, bear, bear. What's this? Beer, beer. In British is we say beer, beer. But in American is bear, bear, bear. The next is T with the airflow. T. T we say is toy. It's not toy, but we say toy. The airflow coming out of our mouth is toy. And then this one is D. We say it's not D but T. But when we want to read this one, the vocabulary is under, under. In British say under, under. But in American is under, under. This one is ch, ch, ch. For example, chair, chair, chair. In British chair, chair. This one is j, j. For example, like joke, joke, joke. And then k. Therefore, coming out of our mouth every single consonant, like it's not ka or, but we say it is k, like cook, 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 cook. There is the sis. Like, next is g, g, g. For example, go, go, go. Then, for example, like far, far, far in British accent. And then V. For example, very. Very, for example, like very. This one is the tongue, our tongue is between our teeth. For example, like sink, sink, sink. This is for example, see, see, see. And then zoo. For example, zoo. And then for example, show, show, show. And then for example, vision, vision. And then like my. Like for example, like my. It's really easy. Then and for example, like now. Then this one is ng. For example, like sing, sing. It's not sing but sing. Ng. Then like for example, like hats, hats, hats. And then is L. For example, like learn, learn. And R. For example, like rain, rain. And then W is war, war. And then this one is Y for the G, Ch. What is not J but is we say is Y. For example, like yes, yes. Okay, this is this consonant. And then the last is we would like to discuss about diphthongs. So what is diphthongs? Diphthong is a sound formed by combining two vowel sounds in one syllable. So there are two vowel sounds that combining to be one. So the meant is diphthongs. This one is ear, ear, ear. For example, like near, near. In British accent like there, but in American is near, near, near with the clear R. Then A. For example, face, face. Then with the u with smiling and like like tour. But in American accent we say tour. Then oi. For example, like boy. Then like oh. For example, like no. It's not no, but no. I don't know like that. It's not I don't know, but I don't know. Then like this a with like ear. For example, like hair. In British it's like that, but American it's like hair. Then I. A with the like I. For example, like buy. Then with O smiley like for example, like how. Okay. So this is my explanation for today. So we have studied about vowels, consonant, and diphthongs. Feel sorry if I made a mistake of this explanation because right now I have been learning and this is my first time to try explain about international phonetic symbol. Okay, the last for me. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you got something from this video and make change in your pronunciation. Okay, I am Rahim. Thank you so much. The last I said, have a wonderful day.